All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. I won't be too long. I just wanted to do my monthly birthday shout outs to everybody. Big shout out to the people who have a birthday in April. And I wanted to go over a few other things briefly. Won't be too long today. Now, the people here on my channel, the supporters, people who are regulars, they come to the live streams, they leave comments. These people help to keep me on my toes. They help to keep me safe, and I'm very grateful. And what you see on the screen is an example. And he said, I don't really like calling them zoophiles unless there's proper evidence, because then it sounds low-hanging fruit. But I understand the frustration. I really do. And then he said that he agrees with the things I said about service dogs. And I am aware of this. And had I thought at the time that I said it, and I say it all the time, I would have retracted it. I usually try to preface with, I suspect or whatever. But I don't like to just randomly call these dog lovers zoophiles. Some of you remember in my most recent live stream, I paused it when they were in the classroom and there was a teacher with the dog. I think she was giving the dog some food or something like that. And I paused it. I was mad. And I said, these are just a bunch of zoophiles. Let me retract that. And let me retract every time I just said these are zoophiles. Because I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because it sort of, I don't have proof. Like this Crusader said, I don't have the proof. I can't say who is and who is not involved in zoophilia. And I want the channel to be taken seriously. I want the channel to be respected. I don't want to be a host that throws out pointless, I won't say pointless, things that I can't prove. Put it like that. But let me say this. Dog lovers who are engaged in zoophilia, where are you? Why do we have to guess which one of you or those of you who are actually involved in this? You're out there. You're all over the internet. This is their new website, their new forum. Before this, it was Beast Forum. Now, you see, I view zoophiles the same way I view the LGBT. They have a different preference sexually, but the LGBT, they have flags. They have all kinds of things to let you know who they are. Whereas the zoophiles, where's the zoophilia flag? Where's the zoophilia flag? Are you ashamed of what you're engaged in? This is a serious question. And it's unfortunate that we have to wonder who is and who is not involved in it. See, a big problem is that a lot of the dog nuttery, it's either reinforced by zoophilia, their lifestyle behind closed doors, or it generates from it. So it's something that definitely needs to be attacked. And going forward, I hope you all will help me to stay on my toes. If you hear me say, hey, this is a bunch of zoophiles, please correct me. Remind me, hey, I have to say I suspect, or I wonder. I have to make it clear that I'm not making a direct accusation. But one thing I do know is that they're out there and they are everywhere. And that lifestyle of theirs fuels this Dognuttery. It fuels it to an extent we're not aware of, but I would assume to a great extent. Okay, to a great extent. They're doing something that they're actually not designed to do, or that they're designed to do only with other human beings. And it is a violation of the universe. Now, let's get to the birthdays. Now, this is important, people. This is important because this is my way of showing value for human life. And I feel like a big problem, the main problem with this dognutter culture is these people have no value for human life. We are very special living beings or entities. We are the most blessed living organisms that we know of. Now, I said blessed, you can say lucky or fortunate or most evolved, whatever you believe in. And listen to me, I would not dare endanger my child's life by bringing a dog into my home. There is no way. Just the thought alone makes me cringe. It increases my blood pressure, the thought alone. And I truly don't understand how anyone could bring their child home with one of these vicious monsters, or should I say, bring these monsters inside of the child's home, and you actually just trust that the dog won't attack. It is so suicidal. It is so irresponsible and insane. And I value human life. Most of all, I value the Crusaders. We are an incredible bunch of people. We truly are. Let's not take it for granted. Y'all have no idea how many journalists sneak into our live streams and they're listening and they're wondering, where did these people come from? These people who are in their right state of mind. What makes these people care about themselves, about their own kids? What makes them care about other people's children? These are interesting people. Yes, we are. And we are an incredible group of people. And I want to acknowledge the fact that we have made it yet another year on this earth. We are not mutilated. We have not been killed. Life is a precious thing. So happy birthday to Cassie Bennett, right? She has a very neat looking cake here. I have an assortment of cakes. Her birthday was April 18th. So happy belated birthday to Casey Bennett, right? If you see her around here, tell her happy birthday. One more year. Now, I can't not even pronounce this gentleman's name. And I feel bad about that. You know what? Let me go look up. I have to. I don't want to mess this up, people. I don't want to mess this up. Maybe y'all can help me out with the pronunciation. Right? And now I'm pulling it up now. I have to get this right. Now, I'm sure that I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, y'all ready? I got it now. I'm going to share this name with all of you. Hopefully you can help me pronounce it. This is a doozy. Man, this is a doozy. Here you go right here. There we go. Let's increase the size on that. I think it's Kijana. Help me out, people. Kayana San. However you pronounce your name, sir, that is a very unique and incredible name you have. And his birthday was April 13th. April 13th. So big shout out to you and happy birthday to you. Kijana San. That's a pretty slick sounding name. I like it. April 13th. Happy belated birthday. I have an assortment of cakes, people. I got busy. I got creative over here. I made sure everybody was displayed with their own unique cake. How about that? Now, this is a funny one. Serena Kueller, I think it is. I'm going to butcher a lot of names. Forgive me. Serena Kueller's husband. You know, I asked people to drop the April birthdays. She said, hey, my husband, April 30th. So happy birthday to her husband. You see, I just put Serena Kueller's husband. Right? How about that? Nobody gets left behind. We're like the Marines over here. Y'all know that saying with the Marines? No Marine left behind. Right? No Crusader left behind. Jay Gion, April 16th. Jay Gion, happy birthday to you. Now this cake it's a very peculiar looking cake here. This icing got me scratching my head over here. But this is a cake. This is a cake. Right? That was April 16th. Now, Rant Gant. Look at his cake. Check him out. Rant Gant's birthday was April 2nd. And it feels good to be here. To be alive. To not have a mutilated face. And to have loved ones here with us. Enjoying life. It's a beautiful thing. April 2nd. Rant Gant. That's Rant, R-A-N-T, Gant, G-A-N-T. Belated birthday to you. That was April 2nd. April 2nd. And happy birthday, belated birthday to Snowdrop. Snowdrop. April 1st was Snowdrop's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Snowy Parker. Now, this looks like a big cupcake. No, this is actually a cake. It looks sort of like a cupcake, though. Y'all know I don't even eat cake. I don't eat cake, but I'm going along with it. Let's roll with it. Snowy Parker's birthday was April 10th. Right? Big shout out to you and happy birthday. Check out these cakes, man. Check these cakes out. Now, they put this on here automatically. Happy birthday to my best friend, Redox Raptor. Now, this used to be Bayou Raptor, if I'm not mistaken. And Raptor has been following this channel for years. For years. Right? One of the original Crusaders. And that was April 28th. That's a couple days ago. Right? Big shout out and happy birthday to the OG Crusader, Redox Raptor. Good morning. Yeah, y'all know Raptor. He leaves the best comments on YouTube. Good afternoon. good morning, good evening, right? Now, this cake actually made me want to start to eat cake again, because this looked like coconut. This looks like a tasty coconut cake. And this is Panther's World. Panther's World's birthday was April 22nd. April 22nd. That is a fine looking cake. Organic tofu. Yeah, this is very unique. Organic Tofu's birthday was April 6th. We are here, people. We are here, alive and well. We're soaking it up. We're not on this planet for a long time, but the time that we're here, we are enjoying every moment of it. Life is beautiful. It is so beautiful. Never, ever endanger your life or your children, your family, whoever. We don't do that. And we would never do that. And we would not endanger other people in the community. Birthdays is related to, in some way, with being dog free. Endless number of dogs have taken people's lives. And we're going to celebrate life on this channel. Happy birthday to Miss Pancake. How about that? Huh? Miss Pancake. Well, the Crusaders have the most unique names on YouTube, right? Miss Pancake's birthday was April 6th. So if you see Miss Pancake, give her a big fat happy birthday. Happy birthday to, I think it's Gracie Spreewell. Gracie Spreewell. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And her birthday was April 30th. Excuse me. Is April 30th. Right? Her birthday has not arrived yet. So an early happy birthday to Gracie. And last but not least, people, this individual's name is Akama. I kid you not. I kid you not. I've never seen this before, and I've been on YouTube since 2004. Here's a screenshot of his YouTube channel. And he has 102 subscribers. Y'all see that comma? I believe that's his name. So as you can see on the birthday cake, I put a comma. So whatever your name is, I'm going to call you comma for now. Happy birthday to you as well. Man, oh man. The nuttery never ends, as we all know. And I think I'm gonna wait to talk about this, but how many of y'all heard this story that just surfaced? Can y'all? I hope y'all can see this. If y'all can't see this, I'm starting over. Hold up, give me a minute. Let me see what y'all looking at. Okay, there we go. Yeah, how about that comma? Hey, you a Crusader? I don't care what your name is. I'm happy. Just join the movement. That's all I ask. Join the movement. But I wanted to share this because I was doing my homework, you know, shortly before the stream started, doing my little research. And I ran across this goofy article that I want to end this stream with. Here, let me share my screen here. This goofy article just came out today. Dog attacks reflect dog ownership rather than the breed. Now, why would any veterinarian say that? Why would any veterinarian say that? The number of dog attacks could be dramatically reduced if the laws were properly enforced, according to a vet. Huh? What are you talking about? Now they go over all these statistics, but I want to skip down here. He says if you look at the statistics of dog bites, some of those are broken down into specific breeds. There's collies, lurchers, Jack Russells, as well as the ones that are on the restricted list, like bull terriers, German shepherds. And look at this. So it's a big mix of dog. It really reflects dog ownership rather than one particular breed being more likely to attack. People, did anybody understand that? Did this leave anybody else confused? I had to read this sentence like 3 different times, and I'm still dumbfounded. Like, what? And this is simply not true. Every time you research dog attacks, it's usually a bully breed. It's usually a bully breed. So right away, I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Every time they're veterinarians, they're experts, every time they open their mouth, boy, it is always something goofy, goofy, goofy. He went on to say, he says, while the law is clear on this, it is not being enforced. What's not being enforced, man? What are you talking about? What is he talking about? I'm telling you, look, up here at the beginning, it's just a bunch of babble. The number of dog attacks could be dramatically reduced if the laws were properly. Okay, new figures show local council have received hundreds of reports in dog attacks. This is a bunch of babble right here. Blah, blah, blah. There are this many dog attacks that have been reported in this county. This many attacks on other animals. This many on people. Blah, blah, blah. While this county received 206 complaints of alleged attacks by dogs, according to the, and then it goes down here. Pete, the vet, told Pat Kenny, dog breeds are not the issue. And then he said, oh, if you look at the, what is this man talking about? What's not being enforced? This is one of the most bizarre articles I've ever read in my life. Now, maybe I'm just having a comprehension problem. The legislation in this country is already very, very good and very clear. People are legally obligated to keep their dogs under effective control, and those laws aren't enforced, and that's the problem. Get a load of this. I assume this is what he's talking about. Now, how are you going to enforce a law that says you have to keep your dog under control? How could law enforcement possibly enforce that? Y'all see what I talk about, or what I am talking about when I talk about these dog nutters? It does not matter if it's the everyday dog nutter or if it's one of their experts. They say the craziest things. How are you going to enforce people to control their dog, especially when they physically can't? The dog literally drags them around. If they have a fence up, the dog jumps over it, digs underneath it. You have a predator that can manipulate barriers, and it can absolutely destroy restraints, even when that restraint is your physical body. We've watched dozens of videos of mutts dragging their owners, or the leash will break. There is no, see, This article is suggesting that there is a such thing as a responsible dog owner. No, there is not. No, there is not. We do not have the proper laws. He says we don't need to have new laws. We need to have the laws enforced. You cannot enforce that. You can't give African lions or grizzly bears, you can't pass grizzly bears out to the general public and say, hey, it's your responsibility to keep it under control. Stop it. Let's stop with this. Dog lovers, we don't need to have new laws. He says this can be seen in a number of licenses. Everyone's meant to have a dog license, but we know there's about 500,000 dog owners in this country, yet we only sell 200,000. Now it's just a bunch of babble. Now look at this. This is what infuriated me. This is what infuriated. He just segued into this. Reading a dog's body language. Man, oh man, this article just surfaced a few hours ago. Pete says sometimes people misjudge their own dog's behavior. Dogs are animals that have a strong instinct to combine playing with hunting. And we humans are very bad at reading the dog's body language. Funnily enough, Dogs Trust have just launched Be Dog Safe Week. They're teaching people how to understand what dogs are saying with their body language. They've done research that shows that most people don't. They don't get when a dog is about to attack. They read the language wrongly. They think the dog just wants to play, when it's obvious to somebody that knows about dog language that the dog is not a happy dog and might well bite. What is this guy's name? Whatever your name is, sir. There has never been a case, not that I've covered, and on average, for the most part, I cover more dog attack cases than anybody on planet Earth. Anybody. I've never read a case where someone was able to stop a dog attack because they read the dog's body language. This is fantasy, fairy tales. This is not reality, sir. It simply doesn't happen. Not even the behaviorists. I've showed videos where dog trainers have been attacked and bitten right there on camera. And they couldn't stop it. Y'all remember I shared the video of the dog trainer. She had her hand was all mutilated. I read one comment on this forum where a bunch of dog trainers were having a discussion, and they said all trainers get bitten at some point. All of them. So if the dog trainers are being bitten, the people who are, we know for a fact the dog trainers are educated on dog language, body language. If they're getting attacked, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe, sir. Don't waste our time with babble like this. Don't try to project yourself as if you value human life. If you're going to do something, do it right. And he says the classifications around dog bites can be misleading. All these dog bites are classified as, listen to this. Oh my God, people, listen to this. How dare you say something like this? He said all these dog bites are classified as dog attacks. And I can promise you that a number of those will actually be incidents where the dog is actually backing off and the human is coming forward. Yes, your eyes don't deceive you, people. He said a number of these dog attacks involve a case where a dog is backing off and the human is coming forward. And the dog snaps, trying to tell the person to go away. And in doing so, they bite the person. He says, but you can't call them all dog attacks because we don't know what actually happened in the specifics of the incidents. And can you believe that that is the end of the article? Am I the only one that was totally confused? I mean, it's not just the lies. This is confusing and incoherent. Is it so difficult to speak directly, to be blunt, plain, clear, lucid? They do all this verbal gymnastics because they know that they're not making any sense. Stop it. Yes, these are all dog attacks. And again, I've never covered a story where someone was approaching a dog and the dog was backing off. I've been talking about this for a long time. How these people make things up. They pull things out of thin air. They make up scenarios and suggest that these scenarios are the norm. But none of those scenarios are seen in the actual dog attack cases. There is no other evidence to look at other than the film, other than the testimony from the people who were there and witnessed the attack. This never happens. Dog veterinarians, dog behaviorists, if you're going to address dog attacks, be truthful and always refer to actual dog attack cases. If you don't, I'm going to be right here calling you out. Now, I'm going to deal with some of the other stuff that's going on probably tomorrow. But bravo, some woman stabbed a dog that was mauling her 1-year-old child. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. A dog, especially a pit bull. This is a pit bull. Has no business anywhere near a 1-year-old. She said, I thought my daughter was going to die. Toddler's mother said after she fatally stabbed one of the pit bulls. This is what I'm talking about. I value my life too much. I respect and I'm sort of envious of people who are parents. Because I want a child myself. I want a child myself. And I'm telling you, if I had a child, I would be very, very protective of my child. People, even here, when I see women about to walk out, I try to, with their kids. There's some single women in the apartment complex with kids. I make a point to walk out first. And I will tell them in a heartbeat, there's dogs out here, dogs all over. I've been chased twice. Let me make sure the coast is clear. How is it that a complete stranger is more concerned about the well-being of your child than you are? This should never happen. Yeah, this was crazy. She stabbed the dog to death. Now, I don't know whose dog it was. Okay, but as always, it was an unprovoked attack. Okay, the toddler's grandmother owned the two dogs. Okay, if grandma got dogs, we are not going to see grandma. Whoever got dogs, Do not take your kids over there. These attacks are too easy to prevent. Stop trusting dogs. That's a huge problem. People simply trust the dog. Stop it. Now, I thought they tried to describe what actually happened. As a matter of fact, here, because I just read this story and I was all excited about it. Let's go ahead and check this story out right now, and then we'll sign off. I didn't want this to be too long, but this story infuriated me. I just read about it shortly before I went live. Let's check it out.
A terrifying dog mauling in Pico Rivera is under investigation right now. 2 pit bulls attacked a family, including a 1-year-old girl. It happened at a home on Homebrook Street near Millix Avenue. CBS 2's Tina Patel is live at County USC with more on the child's condition and how the family fought to save her life. Tina, good morning.
Good morning, Suzanne. That little girl is undergoing a second surgery to repair a fractured hip, but she is alive and will eventually recover, thanks to her mother, grandmother, and aunt all fighting to save her.
It was really scary. I thought my daughter was going to die.
We talked to Jamie Morales after she was released from the hospital this morning, but she asked us not to show her face because of the severe injuries she suffered when she tried to save her 1-year-old daughter, Ruby, from the family dogs.
It just all happened so fast. I'm still at a loss for...
That's another problem, too. Stop calling these things family dogs. They ain't got nothing to do with your family. They're not related to us. No way at all. Stop calling them family dogs. That's a huge problem. Okay? It's always the little things. They're not family.
Words.
The 2 blue-nosed pit bulls...
Ugh. Oh, my... Are you kidding? Baseball bat, right? Rocket launcher, huh? Electricity, an ocean. I'm just blurting out random things, people.
Butch and Raider have been with the family for 3...
Did you hear them tell us the dog's name? Have they mentioned the child's name? Does anybody remember them saying the child's name? People, this is an article. This is a media outlet reporting about a dog attack on a 1-year-old. And what they are doing is trying to get the viewers to connect with the dogs and to feel sorry for the dogs by doing that. Sharing these worthless mutts' names. That is so evil. It's evil. And we are going to destroy your evil cult.
I'm still at a loss for words.
The 2 blue-nosed pit bulls, Butch and Raider, have been with the family for 3 years. Margaret Morales, Ruby's grandmother...
3 years. Is that not long enough? These are supposed to be the safest dogs on earth. The family dogs. Had them for 3 years.
Says they've never been aggressive with the girl before.
They've never been aggressive with the girl before. This is always the case.
They're outside, and they usually see her through the screen door. They wiggle their tail there, and my son lets them lick her, and she pats.
That gotta stop. Stop with all this letting these nasty mutants lick all over your kids, your babies. The hell is wrong with y'all? I'm not supposed to be upset on this video, but my goodness. Show some value for your kids' lives, man. Let no dog lick on your 1-year-old.
And they're fine.
The family doesn't know what happened when the dogs came inside last night, why they suddenly attacked Ruby and wouldn't let go.
Oh, my. We don't know why it attacked, why they wouldn't let go. They're pit bulls. Look at the, wow. Man, that, I have to rewind that.
pats them and they're fine.
The family doesn't know what happened when the dogs came inside last night, why they suddenly attacked Ruby and wouldn't let go. Margaret was bit trying to pry the dog's jaws off the girl. Jamie had to stab the animals to finally get them to stop.
I was just freaking out. Like, I really thought, like, my daughter was going to die. Like, it's an ugly feeling, you know, and I felt helpless.
Why would you put your kids in such a situation? Why would you gamble? Why would you knowingly gamble with your child's life to begin with? I just don't get it. People, I cannot wrap my head around this.
So, me being helpless and me not knowing what to do.
Yes, that's what happens when pit bulls attack. You're helpless. Your efforts are minimal and usually fail. The dog usually kills whatever it's trying to kill. And both of these mutts started to attack this girl.
It's like that's the only thought in my mind was to just, I had to kill him. I had to.
Stop. And see, now she feel like she got to explain. Oh, I had to. Don't get mad at me, dog lovers. Don't get mad at me. I had to do it. Wow.
She did kill one of the dogs.
Good. But it's not good that your child had to be attacked first. This is what I'm talking about. You kill the dogs before they have a chance to launch an attack like this. That's justice. That's righteousness. That is morally just. Extermination is not evil. It's not wicked. It's not wrong. That is the height of humanity. Exterminating these mutants before they attack.
Control took the other. The family is devastated, thinking about how close they came to losing their little girl.
That room was fine and we're all alive. But it's terrible.
Do y'all understand my confusion here? I hope y'all understand my confusion here. If you love your child so much, why would you bring your child around these lethal predators? It's all because of the propaganda. This propaganda is the most powerful propaganda I know of. This dog nutter propaganda. Good Lord, if you can brainwash people to do something this dangerous, you can brainwash people to do anything.
Horrific ordeal.
Yeah, a lot of emotion from that family this morning. Now, Ruby's mother is hoping that a plastic surgeon will be able to help with the injuries to her face, her nose and mouth. But really, she says all she cares about is making sure her daughter is okay. As for that dog that was taken away, the family tells us it will be put down. Suzanne?
Just glad they're all alive this morning, Tina. Just devastating for all of them. Thank you.
Oh, see, it's so devastating. Oh, I feel sorry for them. All right, dogs are family. Now let's go back to praising dogs, No suggestion to the public. Keep your 1-year-olds, keep your 1-year-old kids away from dogs. Is it time that we question whether or not dogs are appropriate as pets? Why can't we get one journalist to say that? It's very quick, simple, straight to the point. Is it time to question dogs as pets? It will be like a huge breakthrough if they ever get around to that one statement. They dare not question dogs in society. That is going to change. It is going to change, and I cannot wait. Yes, that propaganda is so powerful. It is so powerful, and it's like It's like nothing else that I'm aware of. You know, you got propaganda out here where music is very influential, motivates people to do things. And this seems more powerful than music. You can just have an artist wear a certain hat or type of clothes or wear it a certain way, and you have millions of people doing it as well. Okay, but it's harmless. But they can actually do something that's deadly, extremely dangerous, and brainwash the people to get them to do it as well. Unbelievable stuff. Let's hope the human family evolves intellectually sooner rather than later. Yes. Yes, good point. Kodiak says dogs will eat anything, even to their demise. Remember that. Right? So big shout out to everybody who joined this short, sweet, monthly live stream. Big shout out to everybody who has a birthday in April, right? What is it? Taurus and I think Aries. I don't know these zodiacs. I'm a Taurus. Big shout out to everybody. And we wish you many more birthdays in the future as we continue with this crusade.